Hello everyone. We will see today's LeetCode problem. This is remove zero sum consecutive nodes from linked list. So this is a medium problem. So here we have given the head of linked list and we repeatedly delete consecutive sequence of nodes to that sum to zero until there are no such sequence. So return the head of the final linked list. So we will remove those nodes whose consecutive sums becomes zero, right? Let's suppose we will see the first example 1 2 minus 3 3 and 1. So here this 1 2 minus 3 has consecutive sum is 0, so we will return the answer 3 1. And another case is also possible that this minus 3 and 3 is 0, so we can also return 1 2 1, which is also accepted, right? So for that, let's see the constants first. So here given English contains between 1 and 1000 nodes. So there are only 1000 nodes, so brute force is applicable here, right? So what we can do is in brute force that we will simply start with one iterator and start taking summation till end till we get 0, and we will simply remove that, right? So but this is that will be of n square approach. So what if I can do is O of n. So for that, let's you have must solve, or if you have not, then must solve the summation, the subarray which has sum 0, this problem which has sum 0, right? So this is a very common problem. I think you must solve this before doing this, right? So by that you can simply get to know this question very well, but no problem if you have not done it. So what I'm trying to tell is that let's suppose this is okay, just remove this. What I'm trying to tell is that let's suppose this is 1 2 minus 3 3 and 1. So if I start taking summation and storing that summation with the that current linked list, then suppose this is 1 3 0 3 and 1, right? So this and we have already stored 0 in our map. In our tab we have already stored 0, which is equals to minus another 10 value, right? So this is 0, we have already visited 0 sometimes, so it means that if the summation is becomes the same sum which has already been occurs is previous, it means in between those values there must be some uh, some values which becomes 0, right? Let's what I'm trying to tell is that 1 2 3 minus 3 and 4. So if you see, this is 1 3 6 and it again becomes 3, right? So between these 3 and this 3, this this 2 becomes 0, right? That's why this 3 again occurs after adding, it becomes 0 in between, right? So after taking this uh, thing, we can also do like in we can also do this in linked list, right? So but the implementation should be some changes. The implementation can be some changes. So for that, I have started doing this from this perspective, but I have wrong this implementation like this. I was trying to store summation and changing to again, but that will occur an error. So what I will do is simply I will take an unordered map, or this is the list node. So this first I will take the start pointer to store this mp0, because it is necessary to store that whether the 0 can also be present or not, right? So for that I will make a 0 which is pointing to head, right? Or we can also write it like this: start next which is pointing to this head, and we can also take this node temp which is equals to head, because we need to iterate in this, and we also take a summation to store while iterating. So first we will take this summation value. Now I will check that whether so if you check this sum value while iterating it, so it becomes become a problem in this case, because let's suppose you got this 1 3 and 2 3, right? So 1 4 6 3, again it becomes 1, now it becomes 6, then again it becomes 11, now it becomes 6, now it becomes 7, right? So if you see this this 6 has already occurred here, right? So when this occurs, if you simply point it to the next pointer, so this becomes this we already removed, but again it 6 comes. So but now you have changes your pointer to this pointer, because it's already 6 occurs here. So now this pointer will change, not this. So that will be an ambiguous you will get an ambiguous error, because that will be not suitable. So for that, just simply store the summation value to the temp value, and there is no problem if it is updating. Take the recent value, right? So what this will do is, this will not store 6, this will store the 6 at not this at 6 temp value, it will store the node value at this 6, right? It is already updated. This is the so this summation will store at this 6. I hope you understand. So now I will again iterate. Now I will again iterate to this summation. So this will becomes now temp. Now what I can do is simply see if this value is already exist in a summation or not. If this value is occurring in summation, I will simply point it to the next of this current temp, and again now I will move it to the next pointer. This becomes 0, next, right? I think this becomes some difficulties. Let's break this, right? So what I have done is, I have simply taking summation along the way and storing the latest node for that summation map, because if we don't do that, then there will be an ambiguity that which node has to be the next part. Just I have shown in this, I was facing this problem in here, right? So what I was doing is, I was simply iterating in this temp value, and now I have done this temp next time again and again. So that was the problem here. So I think that will work. So let's try run this. This will be the temp. Not declared anonymous. this will be entry of people and stack. So this will be pointing to this next. Okay, in the time limit exceeded, so there are some changes here. We need to start from this head, not from here, and this should be pointing to the techniques. Yeah, that was a mistake. I have to start from this start value, because if I have not done that, then it becomes TLA. This stem value is greater than right. So yeah, that's a good problem.